Welcome to the Best of the Anthony Cumia Show. 1 hour of highlights from this past week. Comedy, politics, current events, and pop culture. All completely uncensored.
How are you, sir? We were chatting a little outside. I haven't seen you in a while.
Well, yeah, I haven't seen you in...
When was the last time?
Maybe... When was the last... I think I saw you at a game. Was it maybe... I think it was a Yankee game.
It was a Yankee game. I had to go with a friend, being a huge Mets fan,
Yeah.
as I am.
Yeah.
I had to go with a friend. Sometimes they drag me to those things.
Yeah.
That was the last time, I think.
That was the last time I saw you. And then I think it was... Very soon after that, I met a Zumba dancing, spicy little Puerto Rican girl in Coney Island.
Ah.
Got her pregnant, and now we sit here with a 5-month-old, half Puerto Rican, half Italian, little West Side Story baby girl.
This is amazing.
It's insane. I'm telling you, kids, it's true. If you don't pull out with a Puerto Rican girl, it's 100% guaranteed. She told me, this is true, she told me, We had the little mishap, if you will.
Oh, Christ.
She goes to the bathroom and says, I'm telling you, I'm pregnant.
Wow. That fast.
That fast. And I said, holy shit. I said, are you sure? Because she had a kid already from a previous relationship, Puerto Rican. So she came with that. And she said, I know for a fact I'm pregnant. And I said, wow. And then I had the decision to make. I said, what do you do?
Oh,
what do
boy.
you do here? What's the decision? We got
do?
the careers going all right. We're just settling in. Called my pops. I know some of your fans are tweeting at me, don't talk about your dad. Well,
I love talking about your dad.
We're talking about my dad.
Yes.
And he said, look, man, he said, you're fucking almost 30 years old. What are you going to do? You can't, can you justify? You can't justify that. Have the kid. It'll be good. And I'll tell you what, it's been great. And I have a daughter, and I feel like, that's for me, God's repaying me for being a scumbag on social media with some of these girls.
Yeah. I think it's all well and fine very early on.
Yeah.
But then as time goes by, the great thing is, from what I've seen over the years, the second they start hating you, they start going out with dudes.
Yeah.
So now you're the biggest asshole, and now you got to fucking, keep them off the pole, as Chris Rock has said.
I don't know necessarily if I'm going to be able to do that. I don't know. I'm going to try, but I'm going to be a comic. Who knows? By that time, I don't know. Like, I'll probably have, got divorced twice from her mother. She'll have, two stepmoms by the time she's 18.
Oh, my God.
It's just the truth. And then, I'm in my schedule as a comedian. I'll probably have went up and then shit the bed and have to be in like Toledo for 3 weeks to try to make ends meet. And I don't know.
That's a tough thing for a comic.
Yeah.
You obviously you're a human being. You want to have a family and things like that. But that comic road life is fucking nuts.
It's hard. Look, I'm the type of guy, like, as much as, especially like in summer times, like, I'll bring my daughter. If she wants to come, I'd love to have her rather than just sitting in a condo with a gun to your temple. Like, it's sitting in a condo in Edmonton, Canada isn't really fun. But if I have my daughter there to keep me going.
Right. Now, what mishap did you have? You either pull out or you don't. And don't tell me you didn't know you were coming.
No.
Because that is a very unique, let me tell the guys out there, it's a very unique feeling when you're ready to fucking blow.
Yeah.
You know it.
Yeah. I knew it. She is such a hottie that when it was one of those girls where I was like, Jesus. I saw her. Here's how we met. We met at this place called Place to Beach. It was a bar in Coney Island on the beach.
No matter where you are, this is the place to beach.
Boom. They loved it.
Isn't this great?
And, I'm a New York Italian. She's a New York Puerto Rican. And when I saw her, it was like, that's a New York baby.
Oh,
right there.
Yeah.
That's like the forces come together. And like, that's what I'm supposed to mate with the Puerto Ricans. And that's what it is. And when I saw her, I said in my head, if this girl's not on birth control, I'm getting her pregnant. And I knew it.
Wow. You knew it. You didn't have any fear.
I didn't fight the force. I said, you know what? I'm just going to allow this to happen.
If you look at birth stats, you could see black birth statistics are pretty flat over years and years, 13% or so of the population. White birth rates have been declining over the years. Hispanic birth rates are going up through the roof. It's nuts. And there is this unbelievable fertility.
Yeah.
That Hispanic girls have.
I understand there's all like those, jokes out there that the Spanish have, get pregnant easy and all that stuff about Puerto Ricans. But I'm telling you, within 15 seconds of the insemination, she felt it. She felt life.
That is amazing. It's and there it is.
And
there it is.
Yeah, we're starting the
got one.
Got one. And then, and then it was one of those. I'll tell you what. We went to the doctor together, and we went, to get a sonogram, and then you see the little heart rate, little heartbeat on, and it's just a dot. But I was like, I got to go through with this.
Now you got.
Now you can't.
Right?
It's like now you see it's life. You got to do it.
Yeah.
My opinion, but
oh man,
I'm happy, man. I'll tell you what, having a baby, it makes you very selfless. You think about. I'm in fourth place because I got my daughter, then I have a stepson,
right?
Then a girlfriend, fiance, and then me. So I went from being 1 to 4. So it's different life now.
I've heard this whole thing from the likes of my brother and my sister who had kids pretty late in life,
right?
And were very set in their ways, and then they have the kid, and it's exactly like Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Right.
You got the bean pod. You fall asleep next to it. In the morning, you wake up, and you're like, everything is for the baby.
Yeah.
Everything's for the baby. And before that, you're like, fuck this. I'm going out. I'm hanging out with my friends. And then you talk to somebody else, and they're like, no, you just don't understand. You got to fall asleep next to the bean pod. I'm like, no, I don't want to. I'm staying awake.
Yeah.
I'm staying awake. So is it that quick? You just... All of a sudden, you look at the kid, and you're just like, yeah, fuck me. I'm fourth.
Well, dude, I'll tell you what, man. I went from being single, just living in a dope apartment in Long Island City, banging chicks off Instagram, till within a there. That's my face. That's how I wake up every morning, just covered in baby goo. That's me. That's my fucking face.
Like what? You're what?
Yeah. And now, and I went from having, none of that, no responsibilities really, but now I got stepson, fiance, my own daughter. I'm the only one, and it's all on me. Nobody else works.
And this is over the course of how long?
This is since the last time I saw you. So a year ago.
A year?
Little over a year, I would say.
Now that is a quick turnaround.
Dude.
Has there been any shock?
Are you kidding me? Of course.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Of course. It's like
you wake up in cold sweats, going,
yeah.
Is this real?
There's times where you wake up and you're like, shit, is this a dream? Is this real?
God, no.
But I'll tell you what, man.
Wow.
It's starting to. I'm starting to realize. I have been realizing that it's all worth it because to I guess create life. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is kind of an amazing thing.
Yeah.
You mix this goop with this goop,
yeah,
and it makes a bigger goop, and it turns into a real live person.
Boom!
It's astounding.
Yeah.
If you think about it too much, you might get an anxiety attack.
I've had a few. I went through 3 therapists in the past 6 months.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Wow. And you did the whole wedding thing?
No, we didn't get married yet. We got the old school Italian in me was like, I got to put a ring on her finger. I can't have her walking around pregnant, no ring. So I put the ring on. But then we had just met. We only knew each other 2 or 3 weeks, and we were already pregnant. Fast forward 4 months, we're already engaged. Everyone's living with me now. So we've both made the decision, like, I got the ring on her finger, but let's take some time to spread this out a little bit and maybe have a plan where my daughter's 3 years old. It can be a flower girl or something, because we can't rush into we got to just slow down.
I'm freaking out at the amount of responsibility that's been piled on you in such a short period of time. Like, that is freaking me out.
Dude, I'll tell you, I dropped coffee for a little bit. I was like, I had to cancel some shit because I was like, you know what, I just gotta chill out. But I'm starting to realize like that, it's just my responsibility. I got a new life now, so do it. But I will say, with career stuff, it's just made me work like 10 times as hard. Everyone was saying, oh, it's going to ruin your career.
Wow.
Dude, the month of May for me, when my baby was born.
Who's fucking saying that to you? A bunch of assholes. Hey, you're fucked, dude. Just kill yourself.
You know how comedians are. They're just like, oh, this, that. It's like, come on, shut up. You don't know. Like, who actually helped me out? I'm sure you've good friend, Bobby Kelly.
Oh, yeah, Bobby.
He was telling me, like, it's going to be the best thing that ever happened.
Dude, just eat a lot. That's what I do, dude.
Dude, eat the kids' baby food.
Just eat everything, the baby food, dude. Yeah, he's
been the best.
He fell into it pretty well.
Yeah.
And he's been doing a good job. His kid's adorable.
Kid's the man.
Yeah.
And it's good, man. I mean, it's stuff's been all right.
Now here's another thing.
Yeah.
I've been told by girls, I guess, that you're a relatively attractive guy.
Yeah. What do you think?
Some people have said that. I don't see it. But I've heard tell.
Yeah.
So now you're out on the road, and in such a quick period of time, you're pretty much cut off from that pussy storm.
Oh yeah, and dating the Puerto Rican girl, it ain't easy because it ain't easy because you gotta understand, man. It's like I do my show ends 12 o'clock. I better call her on Skype at 12:03 in the hotel room. Who are these bitches? You know, because and listen, it's hard, but I'll be honest. If I didn't have the daughter, it would be a lot harder to just stay in line. But when you got a kid, it's like you're like, shit, I can't ruin a family here. So, you know, I'm telling these girls, they'll say something to me like, come back to my room. I'll say no, but I'm jerking off in the Uber on the way back. I'm like, sometimes I can't wait. I spew in the lobby of the Ramada.
Takes care of everything. He gets it out of your system.
And then you wake up the next, I'll tell you what, I've learned the guilt of cheating. It's so much better to wake up and just jerk off and wake up the next morning and be like, I didn't cheat. I got
it out of my system. Yeah. I wasn't even thinking about it after you shoot. You're right. You know how many times I have FaceTimed with a girl right here and I've orbited it. Look at the room.
Nothing.
Look, there's nothing there. And the girl's like, just trying to stay behind the phone. Yeah. What are you talking about? You don't trust me, you bitch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's so, but you know, I don't know. I still got, you know, what I did was, you know, because I don't want to have my phone, you know, with all the titty pics. That's disrespectful to have to my girl. So what I did was before I did a complete just say goodbye to that life, I sent out all the titty pics to my friends who are single. They have them in storage.
You are a trooper.
And then I have, if I'm ever getting lonely and it's, you know, they got them all marked off like evidence. Like if I'm
like
alone,
the cloud for your personal cloud, all your friends.
If I'm alone in Charlotte, you know, one night and, you know, I need to jerk off, I say, hey buddy, can you send me the Indian girl's tits from last August,
pal.
Yeah, and then right here, boom, exhibit 407A to the phone, get a little crank, go to sleep, didn't hurt nobody, and we're good.
I've noticed when you have a kid, your pictures do change. You could actually, which is astounding to me, hand your phone to someone and have them scroll through your pictures. I can't imagine this type of goodness. It's kids, it's your pets, it's things like that. I couldn't get the one I commiserate with about this the most, of course, is Jimmy Norton, who says, you know, he can't even go 2 pictures without just some atrocity happening on his screen. But so you could just go, oh look, here's the baby, here's the wow.
Yeah,
that is something.
I never even thought about that, but that's true. Like the other day, I gave my phone to my mom.
Wow.
And I was like, could you, dude? A year ago, I would never. I wouldn't even feel right. First, there would have been jizz on my phone. I mean,
oh
it's
my
just,
God,
disgusting.
My mom is in the final stages of Alzheimer's, and I wouldn't give her my phone. That's how fucking. It might snap her out of it just enough to fucking call me a degenerate.
And
yes. It's fucking, I don't know. That's an amazing little side effect, though, to having a kid.
It's the best of the Anthony Cumia Show. The Anthony Cumia Show airs live Monday through Thursday from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern in glorious high-definition video, exclusively at anthonycumia.com.
Were you ever into doing a little blow?
Never did coke in my life.
Never did.
Never.
Wow.
I just, you know what, because we used, Friday after we got off of work, we'd have a bunch of beers. We get like 3 cases of beers, hang out,
sounds fun.
Get a fucking nice buzz on, and then leave at like 11 o'clock and go to a club to try to pick up chicks.
Pick up chicks.
But you didn't want to get there too early because they were onto you. So you get there later. You don't want to get there like 9 o'clock.
Waiting like vultures.
Yeah, because then the girl's like, oh, he was just hitting on that one. Now he's hitting on me. You want a crowd in there. You get a little buzz on. Right. And you don't want to spend too much money on the beers when you get to the club either.
It's a
when you're 20, 21 years old. Yeah, maybe have one more in the parking lot. You know what I mean? Before you go in.
Isn't that great? You used to really have to figure out the timing on how many beers, the cost, how much money do I have?
Yeah. And then they used to just give you like a black stamp to go in a club. So one guy would pay $10. I go, I left my wallet in the car. I got to go back. And then there's 9 guys waiting, and you just hit the stamp.
Just give them
everybody. Or you bring a black magic marker because it's the same one every week. You just put a little and you smudge it, and you just walk by like 100, like you've been there a million times. 9 guys get in for free. 1 guy pays. We had it down to a science.
Brilliance.
It was science.
Holy shit. You would have done well with carrying coke with you for the coke whores, because you wouldn't have done it. You'd have had all of it just to pick up girls. Because even guys that want to fuck, that have coke, don't want to waste their coke on the girl that they want to fuck.
That's true.
You'd have been the most generous fucking guy. Hey, you want to do a fucking...
What you know what made me not do it is so we'd always have that routine down, and all of a sudden a couple of guys in our group started doing coke.
Oh, boy.
Next thing you know, it's fucking 1 a.m.
Changes the dynamic.
They don't want to go to the club anymore, and they're fucking arguing how we stole the American Indians' land. I didn't even know they knew. I didn't even know they knew about that. And that's what they're fucking yelling. Or, no, this is bullshit what we did. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, dude, come on, no. And I'm like, I never.
Go out, get some girls.
And they're out at $250, an 8 ball of coke.
Right.
And they only made $300 for the fucking week working at Red Lobster. And they spend and they wake up and they're fucking miserable, and they're up till like 5 in the morning. Yeah. So I saw it. I go, I never want to be that guy. So I never did that.
That's fucking sensible.
Yeah.
Because, when you're a young guy, you don't have much sense. You kind of fall right into that and maybe do,
Well, there was a lot of times where I was around a lot of strippers that were doing coke, and I didn't do it, and I didn't get laid because I didn't do it.
Because you didn't do it.
They would pound me. You fucking pussy. Come on. Come on. We're having fun. I'm having fun. I'm good. I'm just hanging. I'm good.
You should have said, like, fuck that. I know coke gives me fucking coke dick. I want a nice hard cock when I'm fucking you.
Well, they did. It wasn't at that point where I could say that because I didn't know we were going to get laid. The joint was easy because I used to smoke cigarettes. When the joint was coming around, I stopped smoking like at 20. So you always light up a cigarette, and you have some smoke in your mouth. So when the joint comes,
you just fake
it, and then you blow the cigarette smoke out. Like, oh, this fucking shit's good.
Oh, I'm so high.
Yeah, it's great.
Holy shit, am I fucked up?
Yeah, so you had one for that one.
The game has
and then, I don't know if you guys did this in Long Island, like if you struck out at the clubs, which you usually did.
Always.
You had the bad sports jacket on, and we used to, the fucking Miami Vice era, we thought we were like Don Johnson coming in. We'd buy a sports jacket for like $3 at the fucking Goodwill store.
Yeah. At Modell's.
Yeah.
I went to Modell's and bought a neon sports jacket and fucking... Oh, turtleneck.
Did you go to the diner afterwards just in
Always.
case? There might have been a couple stragglers.
You never knew.
Never knew. You maybe could pull one out of the diner.
That was Alamo.
You heard stories.
All back to Dix Hill's Diner.
You heard stories.
I heard stories.
That one guy pulled a chick out of a diner. So you always had to hit the diner.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'd go to the diner, you're fucking there, and usually... The only people in the diner were other guys that were pissed that they weren't getting laid, coming off of their drunk, and sometimes it made for a volatile situation.
A lot of fights. But then once in a while, you get that table full of drunk chicks that were out, and they want to go eat. So there's like 5 of them. So you try to move in there, or two of them start talking to this one. You sit at their table and all that shit. So you never know. But that was always the last shot.
It was dangerous taking girls that you met at a bar to the diner because you're taking them to the water.
You don't want to do that.
Don't do that.
Because if you got to go up and take a leak, you got fucking 7 Guidos sitting in the booth.
Over you.
Sitting in the booth
and
all over.
Sitting there just thinking of shit to badmouth you about her.
They're already ripping you apart. Like, what the fuck's you doing with that fucking asshole?
You hear him. Yeah. You hear him giving you shit. You're like, what? Yeah, you never took the girl to the diner.
Well, you don't want to sober them up either. That was the worst. You don't never want to fucking sober them up. Because then they got the fucking neon lights. You look like shit in the lights.
Right.
And then they're eating all this greasy shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're eating bacon because hot chicks they won't eat during the day.
Right.
So especially if they're going out, they want to fit in their outfit.
They got to fit in their shit.
Yeah. So they're not eating a lot, so they get hungry.
Oh my god!
And they want to go to the diner, and then you sober them up, and they're like, I want to get out of here. And then their fucking stomach is bubbling because they just had fucking greasy eggs. And then now they don't want to fuck you because I don't want to fucking fart.
You got to keep them in the same state of mind and body that they were in at the bar.
Absolutely.
Keep feeding them a little booze, keep their buzz up.
Keep your
no
buzz
food.
up. You got more booze at the house.
Right.
No problem. Got all of the shit. You know.
Get him right to the house.
Yeah.
Who was I talking to? Bob Levy. I was talking to Bob Levy here, and he's talking about removing the furniture from the hotel rooms.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't have any place to sit except the bed. It's brilliant.
I know. We put it out all in the lobby. We just take it outside the door, just stick it in the friggin' lobby.
Right.
I remember these people, me and Levy were doing it one time. They thought we worked there. Like, hey, our toilet overflowed at 214. Like, why are you telling us?
We'll be right there.
Why? Because you guys are moving further. You guys don't work at the hotel? I go, no.
Just getting this shit out of here.
Or we just throw it in the MC's room. So we take all the chairs, the couches, and just fucking dump it in the MC's room. Because whenever you got a girl back to the hotel, they'd always sit in that fucking little chair all the way across the room, and you're on the bed.
Yeah.
And you're like 90 feet away.
And all you're thinking is like, how the fuck do I get her over here?
Yeah, you can't go, come on, why don't you sit over here?
Hey, why don't you come on up? Yeah, really?
Yeah.
You're going to pull that one? Yeah. When I heard that, I was like, that is some brilliant. Like, who came up with that? Who went like, because you have to think about it beforehand. Like, the girls always sit here. Why don't we remove the furniture? Because it's such an extreme thing to do.
Either that or you just put your suitcases, you pile all the shit on top of it. So when they come in, they don't go, can you move your suitcase?
Oh.
You know, so you just make sure that everything's covered.
Or how about...
Because the girl really wants to fuck you, but then they're kind of like, I don't know. I don't want it to be too easy.
You just don't want to... You want to eliminate as many obstacles as you can beforehand.
Take away that step. Take away that... That could be an extra hour.
Yeah. How about you take it like a McDonald's cup or something, and you before you even leave, you just lay it on the seat with the straw and wet, and then you come back and go, oh, fucking spilled all over the chair. Now she can't sit there.
That's a good one.
If you don't want to, if you can't move it out, if you're in a hotel where you can't do that.
I like. You have to.
That might work.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
piss
a good
on
one.
it.
Yeah.
All right, maybe not piss on it. What a great, that is so fucking funny. And then Voss told me a story about the hotel, the motel that he took this girl to, because he wanted to fuck her, and I guess he didn't want to pay for the room.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite stories of all time. You know, most people say, I wish I got a role like in a fucking, a Tom Cruise movie or something like that. Like, to me, I wish this happened to me. It was like a Tuesday night at like a Rascals in Jersey, and Voss picks this chick up, and they pull in the hotel. It's like $60 for the night. Yeah. So there's like nobody in the parking lot. It's a Tuesday night. I know the hotel he's talking about, actually. Yeah. And the girl winds up blowing him in the car before they even got into the hotel room. So Voss comes, and and then he goes,
now you're like,
all right, well, he goes, all right, I'll go to the front desk. And now he's walking up. He's like, all right, what do we got to get a hotel now for?
It's like, yeah, this is a waste of time and money. Yeah. I already came.
So he comes back. He goes, they're all booked.
They're all sold.
She goes, what do you mean? There's nobody around. He goes, no, they're all in the back. There's a big bus back there. It's a big party thing. Yeah, there's no rooms.
It's one of those hotels you can tell the whole parking lot's empty.
It was yeah. I know that place. On a Tuesday, you drive by, you can get rooms. Yeah. You can get rooms.
Do you think she was on to him?
Probably.
Oh, man.
Or the other time he said that him, Norton and Voss were in a hotel room or something like that, and they had these girls, and they're working them for like 3-4 hours. Finally, Voss was like, it's like 4:30, and I look at my watch. He goes, look, I got to be honest with you. Are you going to fuck me? And she goes, are you serious? He goes, yeah, just be honest. She goes, no. He goes, seriously? She goes, no, I like you. You're funny. I like your show, but no. He goes, just tell me 100% that you're not going to fuck me tonight. She goes, 100% I will not fuck you tonight. I hope you don't take it the wrong way. He goes, okay, good. And he just starts farting because he was holding him in. I know.
Oh, is that Voss?
I know.
Holy shit. Yeah, because, that hurts. You got to fucking be careful. You can't blast one out.
That goes back to the whole feeding the girl in the diner. She's going to be feeling like that, so she ain't getting on all fours later at your place.
She's going to be a little leery about certain positioning.
Yeah,
just going to sit in that chair with her asshole tight against the fucking cushion.
Yeah, she doesn't want any part of that.
No, fuck that. Boy, times have just changed, haven't they? Haven't the times just completely
Now I go on fucking, now I can't, girls want to meet me for coffee. I need to know more about you. What?
It's the best of the Anthony Cumia Show. 1 hour of what you missed this week because you're too damn cheap to pay for it.
Yesterday was a hell of a day in Anthony's Ghosts of Girlfriends Past kind of come out of the woodwork. I get a Facebook message from a girl, from fucking 2007, I guess we were together, maybe for a long time, and it ended.
Rat face?
No, not rat face. No, it was my long-term relationship. I won't even say her name. Melinda. Apparently, I am a fucking asshole now. I don't know what happened. Just out of fucking nowhere, this shit comes out. You damaged me. Fuck you. God, I'm so tired of this shit. Damaged. Yeah. Well, what a fucking problem. Wow, that really sucked. Me throwing 20 fucking G's at your mother's teeth. Every time that fucking bitch smiles, fucking thank me. Couldn't stand her. Christ. And then it's like, you need to grow up. You need to... Who the fuck are you? Who gives a shit? I just wrote back. I'm like, oh, this sounds like a girl bending the corner to 40. Sees that fucking off-ramp to 40 up there. What is that, 40? How the fuck did that happen? We got on at exit 19. What happened? I just don't fucking need it. I just don't need it. Then I check my email. The crazy cat shit girl fucking emails me. Hi. Hey. Hope you got amnesia. Maybe you have Alzheimer's and forgot that whole thing where you had me arrested for stealing shit from your house. I get a fucking email telling me how great my life would be if I hadn't have thrown her out. She wouldn't have been arrested. We could have had a lot more fun than we happened. So I wrote it back and I was like, you know what? I guarantee at some juncture I would have had you arrested. You're that fucking nuts. It's like it was an incredible day. And it was after I watched that Knock Knock movie. I'm like, fuck, this is all just coming together. I don't understand girls. I just don't understand them. I guess Melinda wants me to date girls closer to my age. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? To tell me anything. Anything. Christ. And then, I say, hey, yeah, this wasn't that bad back then. Well, I'm not 19, 20 anymore, whatever. Well, yeah. That was like fucking in 1999, I guess. Something like that. Well, I'm not that age anymore. I'm like, yeah, telling me. Well, I'm now, in my 30s and more beautiful than ever. Got a little big. I just don't understand girls. Oh, you fucking, you get these girls and they go after the money and, it's fun and everything. And you don't understand what you're doing to... Shut up. I need to be psychoanalyzed by a girl that was literally dragged out of my fucking bathroom by a mental ambulance. Is there such thing as that? It was. And now I'm taking advice. Please. Could all of my fucking exes leave me the fuck alone? Just leave me alone. Christ. I don't know what happens. I think my cum has LSD in it. I honestly think that. My cum is full of LSD, and they just lose their minds. Keith has flashbacks. He hears these things and thinks, oh, Christ, if I see that one moseying around the house again.
Knocking knives out of people's hands, carrying them upstairs over my shoulder, throwing people out. Just tons of good memories.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not even going to say maybe it's me. I know it's me. Like, you can't. I've heard that old saying, if you look around and everyone's fucking crazy or an asshole or something, it's probably you. Yeah. I'm not good at this relationship thing. Not good at it. I'm terrible at it. It's been proven. It's been fucking talked about. It's a thing of legend. But, if there's like-minded mental patients out there, I'm willing to have some fun. But Jesus Christ, advice? Or telling me how much greater things would be if I fucking would have, hung out with one girl or this one? Oh, you got to be kidding me. Normally, I might be a little nuts. Might be a little crazy when it comes to relationships. But I'm from the school of thought that if you have a girl arrested for breaking into your house, putting the girl that you're with at the time, putting her possessions in cat shit, and then stealing tens of thousands of dollars worth of equipment from your house and having her arrested, probably wasn't going to be a long-termer. I think the good times are gone. The bad times may have outweighed the good at that point. I just don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm pretty much single now, and it's so relaxing. I checked back with Melinda, and I was like, this is the first I've heard from you in over a year. And I go, I can't tell you how relaxing it's been not hearing from you. Because there's always some dire fucking problem that I needed to, worry about. And I hadn't had to do that in quite a while. So, goodbye. Click, unfollow, block, everything. I threw all the social media roadblocks up, and I'm done. And I'm fucking done.
Well, maybe she has something there. Let us throw up a couple of the 50 most beautiful women over 50 and see if any of them would catch her fancy.
All right, Barbara Hershey. I saw Barbara Hershey on a plane coming back from L.A. once. That is a spectacular picture of Barbara Hershey. She looked like more like a melted Hershey. I don't know what that means. It's not pretty. All right, who else we got? Oh, there you go. Lauren Hutton. Lauren Hutton. Remember when the gap in her teeth was kind of quirky and sexy? Yeah, no.
Yep.
Well, you know what? Angela Bass. Oh, that's great. That's great. Peter fucking Pan. I want to fuck Peter Pan. Tilda Swinton. I bet she can't even look at a picture of the sun without sunscreen on. Not even a picture. All right. Who else is left? And this is my personal...
Always goes to Conan.
Tilda Swinton. Goldie Hawn with makeup on and everything. She doesn't look bad because she's no kid, that's for sure. I've seen pictures of her that the paparazzi so eloquently takes of her checking the mailbox or walking the dog. Wow. You really have to see which side is holding the leash. Catherine Keener, who's she?
The chick from 40-Year-Old Virgin.
She don't look bad. I'm not fucking crucifying these girls. Whatever. Oh, God. Gina Davis. Oh, Kelly Lynch. Oh, stop with Helen Mirren. Everyone stop it. with Helen Mirren. Knock it off. Oh, she's beautiful. Grandma. Jennifer. The yogurt, the fucking shit yogurt girl. Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah, Jamie Lee. What a sexy ad are you going to do? Hey, I'm doing an ad for a yogurt that you eat it, and I'm going to tell you how good it is for your shits. Wow, hot.
You already had a woman shit the bed. That one's out.
Yeah. That's. Oh, don't even get me started with old plastic face. Oh, that's good. That's good. I thought this was the 50 most beautiful women over 50. Joan Jett. Susan Lucci, really? All right. No. I didn't like Kim Cattrall when she was in fucking.
Porky's.
Porky's, thank you. No. Not Andy McDowell. No. Carol Alt, supermodel. That's Jennifer Grey? That's the girl from fucking Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
That's a lot of work.
That is. Go back. I saw Cheryl Tiegs. Opie and I were walking out of a thing at the Hilton here in Midtown, and we walked behind Cheryl Tiegs for a little while. She had a dress on and was walking. She is an old granny. Her the way she walked, her legs, she had like those bad varicose veins and shit. It's like, look, and I understand it's nature. Guys are not immune to looking like shit also after 50. I get it. The only consolation I could take is I never looked good. No one's going to chime in and say no. I'm teasing, of course. Cheryl Ladd. Cheryl Ladd actually looks pretty good. For an old broad. All right. Let's see who else we got. Jane Seymour. Amy, don't they all look alike? They all have this just look. Like everyone's mom. Linda Carter, Bo Derek. All right, that's, what's her name from? I never found her a little too weird. Olivia Newton-John, great. No thanks. No. Oh, Madonna, stop. She's still trying to pull off the sex kitten thing when she does these live shows. Jacqueline Smith, she didn't look too bad. No. Valerie Bertinelli, wow. She, no. Christy Brinkley, no. How old could Raquel Welch be? She got to be 80. Sharon Stone, she looked good in Casino.
75.
75. What guy? Really? Unless you have some kind of an old broad fetish.
Sold her soul to the devil, Raquel Welch.
What? Yes, Keith? Are you fucking going to jack off in the bathroom
I would fuck
a
Raquel
great-grandmother?
Welch. She has sold her soul to the devil. That 75 looks pretty fucking good.
Yeah. The face, perhaps. You get those fucking clothes off. Doesn't look like 1 million BC anymore. That's for sure. Doesn't look like the poster of old Fuzzy Britches up on the wall. What say you, Fuzzy Britches? And the warden throws the fucking rock through there. That's her, huh? She was like the definitive buxom, hot bombshell back in, the last century. Back in, you remember, the 1900s. Look, ladies, please. I adore you. Of varying ages. Some varying more under a line than others. That's just me. That's what I find attractive. Sorry. And thank God for daddy issues. Sometimes it works out. And when people say I have nothing in common with the girls I date, that's not true. I'm a fucking idiot. I like stupid stuff. I like to laugh a lot. That's pretty much it. You start dating women that get up there around that 50-year mark, all you hear about. Dead friends and relatives, cancer, And either the fact that they have kids that are complete fucking piece of shit, or they never had kids and they're weeping on a nightly basis because of it. Oh, that sounds fun. Let's Netflix and chill with that. It's not. It's not fun. They don't have fun. I'm sorry. I just don't see it. I've been with some girls in their 40s that could still fucking hang in there and have a great time. I went to my high school reunion. I think I'm the only guy that went to a high school reunion and wanted to shoot the place up.
The Anthony Cumia Show.
This is the Legion of Skanks podcast. This is the Legion of Skanks podcast.
Did you guys ever see Nirvana live?
No. I was pretty young, man.
I was in high school.
I guess I could have went. I was in high school. Yeah, I guess I could have
In
went.
91, it hit. I was the first year in college, and I remember it was just like the shitty place down the street, like the shitty music venue. And I went to school in Ohio, and the lineup was, it was right before they all broke, was Nirvana, Smashing Pumpkins, and Red Hot Chili Peppers, all on a fucking. And it was before
one show.
On one show, and they were all like the indie dudes, like those guys.
$3, dude. Billy Corgan still had hair.
Yeah, complete hair. But I didn't go, and I was like, "Fuck, I could have gone to that shit." I remember people going and talking about it.
Smashing Pumpkins is the worst live show I've ever been to.
I can see that. That guy's kind of full of himself.
Terrible live performer.
The local show in my hometown.
But Today is a good song.
Because there was we never got concerts in my hometown, but No Doubt came to my hometown. And that was,
shit.
Yeah,
well, that's fucking British jumping music.
That was I went. Of course
Yeah,
I went. Everyone fucking went, dude. I started a mosh pit, No Doubt.
You just plug your nose and jump off the bridge.
All right, guys. Skid Row, Smashing Pumpkins, and No Doubt.
No, that was like
What's your favorite No Doubt song?
That was my secret fucking...
Lewis, what's your favorite No Doubt
You know what it is. You know what it is.
I mean, Don't Speak was actually a good song.
It's horrible.
It was a good song.
It's horrible.
Put it on right now. I want to hear it. And she's smoking hot.
Yes. She is.
This is Don't Speak?
That's not Don't Speak. This is like death metal.
It's the rest of Pantera. Don't Speak's a terrible song.
What about your...
I'm going to go with Just a Girl.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
That's the
Just a Girl? No, that song stunk.
This
is good, dude.
That's got the hook.
Now I'm going to go with Lewis
this is
on
worse.
this. I like this song better than that.
Dude, I love her flat tits. Her shitty flat tits. You remember how awful they were? Like when I still loved her?
This is so produced.
Yeah, boo.
She didn't write this shit.
My best friend. I can't believe.
Sing to me, Lewis.
Well, Lewis, I'll let you do the whole song, by the way.
But she's banging the bassist.
And that weird Indian guy, he's got a fucking purple dick.
That's who she's banging.
Yeah, letting go. This is what the song's about.
Stop acting like you don't know the
I
lyrics.
don't have to know.
Feel it now.
Blues cranked the
Don't
shit.
speak. Oh, she's fucking sweating. Look at that. Do you know how many times I jerked it to this video?
Yeah,
Look at that right
17 times. Am I over or under?
Way under.
Really? You jerked over 17 times to a music video?
Look at her.
12-year-old Lewis, he's cranking 5 nuts a day.
You had access to porn.
No, I did not really at this time. I had a magazine like in my ceiling.
Nah, this time is like the time I feel like I could have jerked off to something like this too.
To a music
I'm
video?
defending Lewis all out on this
I talked
argument.
about this on the Real Ass podcast this week. I used to jerk it to a ton of music videos when I was a kid.
Really?
100%, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You did too?
Yeah, dude, I could jerk off
Music
to TV,
video.
whatever
What's his name
fuck
on the
was
beach with Helena Christensen?
You used to jerk off to Chris Isaac?
100%. Are you kidding me? 150%.
What a wicked thing to do.
Dude, she was so fucking hot on that video.
She was fine.
Dude, she was smoked. That's it. To this day, that could probably get me hard.
Can I check? Boner check. Let me boner check you on it. All right, go ahead.
I already have a boner, so see if it gets softer or harder.
This is not happening.
Nothing's happening.
Really?
Yeah. Look at her. Look at her.
Absolutely, she's hot. But I would watch this and I'd go, oh man, I have a little boner. Let me go find some porn, like a human being.
Yeah, but when you're fucking 12 on your couch, you don't have porn, Jay. Okay?
You said you had a magazine.
Yeah, somewhere in the ceiling.
To go get it.
No, it's not that easy.
But it's literally, dude, when you're like that age, whatever we're saying, like 11 or 12 or whatever, it's like you have a boner all day long. It's just a matter of like when you start jerking off with it.
You get a boner all day long?
No, that's an exaggeration. But you have a boner like all the time at that
Does this
age.
not hold up? Look how fucking hot she is. And she's naked.
Right.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, dude.
Really?
For a kid jerk off? You're saying you could jerk off to a magazine, but you can't jerk off to fucking some of this shit when you're a kid?
No. This is way better than Victoria's Secret catalog. It's a live-action Victoria's Secret model fucking a rock star on the beach, Jay.
Also, here's how
got soft music.
Here's how I would look at it, though. I'd be like, "Oh shit, this video's going to end, and I'm going to be jerking my dick to like Onyx or something."
Sometimes you were, Jay. Sometimes you were.
Just what I said now. If you like to call me baby.
Flower. Well, I'm already mid-jerk. Might as well polish off to this thing.
Harmonicas are kind of hot.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. My jerks always had to be to like something a little more like stable. Like, not like, I mean, music videos? You jerked off to Don't Speak, is that real?
Dude, I used to legitimately just flip through channels, and whatever female was on the screen, jerk it to her, and then when I got mentally tired before I'd move on to the next channel.
I think I did.
Yeah, really?
Too, yeah.
So, you could have jerked off to that Don't Speak video.
The Don't Speak one didn't do much for me, personally. I just thought, it was a good tune.
Those tiny little shit tits didn't do anything for you.
Yeah, you're not selling it. No, that one didn't, but the next one I was with Lewis on. But I get the idea of jerking off to a video when you were a kid. I jerked off to, like, shows. I remember jerking off to, like,
Barney.
What about Penthouse Forum?
Penthouse Forum?
Yeah.
I never really got...
You never do that?
Reading porn?
Yeah, reading porn.
I think it's girl stuff. I
might be gay. I don't know.
Not even,
I went through a phase
I'm just saying,
of reading porn.
I'm saying I think it's very popular with women.
Is Penthouse Forum in Penthouse Magazine?
No, it's a little, like...
Yeah, you had like a
okay.
tiny
I was going to say, you had a penthouse in your hand?
No. It was easy to stash in the bathroom.
Although when I was a kid...
When I was like 13, 14,
I had porn magazines. I think I'd get my boner worked up by reading the letters and shit sometimes.
Yeah, there you go.
I did read some of the stuff in porn magazine, but I never, ever...
I was such a horny...
jerked off to the wording.
You never finished.
Can I tell you I was ahead of my time? Because...
I was an English major. I was into,
well, you know how, like, we have Variety now, right? And you flip through all the channels on YouPorn or whatever website you use, and you check out all these different things. You jerk off to 100 different things before you find the thing that you come to. What I would do is, I would, like, go into my magazine, and I would really exploit that magazine. Like, I would focus on one of the little girls in the ads, like in the back in the 900 ads, and she'd just be my girl for that session.
Me too.
Because I needed all of the variety to like jerk off to in that magazine. I would use that magazine to its absolute fullest.
Okay, so how were you ahead of your time?
Yeah, I thought you were going to be like...
That's how people jerk off.
I thought you were going to be like, I used to put my dick in the batteries.
And rub your dick.
I thought it was like we used to put his dick in the battery side of a flashlight or something. Like, there's something to this.
No.
Dick flashlight.
Just check it out. Before there was lots of variety, I would imagine lots of variety.
I would create it.
How ahead of my time was I?
When there was no actual vagina, I would make love to my hand. I called it masturbation. I spread it amongst the neighborhood. I invented masturbation. Good for you. But you couldn't jerk off to either of those things now.
No.
Impossible.
Yeah, couldn't. You know what I did today, though?
Oh, God.
Real incest porn.
It's not real, though.
Yeah, it is.
That's not real.
No.
Come
They have the same face.
Nope.
No.
Listen to me.
You jerked off to real incest porn?
I'll tell you what I have jerked off to that I do love, though. Have you seen the video? And it could be real. It might not be real at all. But ever see the video where they trick the girl into like glory hole blowing? But it's like out in the woods. It's like it's fucking real home video. And they have the guy come in. It's like, this girl's going to suck your dick through the glory hole. And the other end, it's his sister. And they tell her she's going to blow it. Like the sister's a whore. And they're like getting back at her for being a whore or something.
Right, yeah.
So they have her blow, and then they fucking show them both. And then it's like her like puking while he's like rubbing her back, the brother. It's like, I'm so sorry. Jesus.
That's my voice.
Yeah, he does, of course. Who else would do that?
No, dude, I'm telling you right now, I searched and spent my time looking for...
By the way, I'm feeling better about what I jerk off to
real incest porn. I don't know
great.
what it did for me, dude, but I found real incest porn, and for some reason it got me into it.
Is there any volume on this? This is worth it. You know what's funny? You know what my first stupid question I asked was, and then realized the real answer was like, how come she didn't recognize her brother's dick?
What the fuck are you holding? Shit. What the fuck? Fuck you, dude. What the fuck? You fucking asshole.
It's probably fake.
That gives me a reverse boner. My dick is going inside my gut. The soul in this.
Can I tell you why I think this is fake? The cameras are far away.
I'm sad now.
It looks like bad acting. It's overacting.
They happen to walk right to the camera shot and then start talking. This is all bullshit.
Yes.
I don't know if she's making herself cute. It makes me laugh, though.
Yeah, I get it. I get why it's hot. I get why it can make you come.
Yeah. But thanks for stopping it before I came.
Yeah, but no.
Feels Bay's holding her ponytail for. That's family.
Hey, babe. You're my sister, and thanks for that blowjob.
Hey, babe.
Like, I'm not into, like, obviously incest, but for some reason...
You said it's what got you going, though.
No, it did. I just happened upon some incest porn, then I was like, well, no.
You just said you were searching for it.
No, I ended up searching for it because I happened upon incest porn. And that got me going, and then I was like, okay, well, let me find some real shit. Not this fake-ass shit.
This is bullshit. And then you came to the real shit.
Yeah.
Wow. What was it?
And then I felt immediately guilty.
Yeah, I can't watch it. I have a daughter. It fucked me up. I can't even watch it anymore.
No, it wasn't father-daughter. It was brother-sister.
Porn.
It was brother-sister.
I don't watch...
It bums me out. Every time I do it, I do slip, and I'll jerk off, but then afterwards, the guilt, I'm like, I got to fucking slip. Well, you know, you just fucking... Everybody jerks off to porn.
Well, why don't you just watch Dude on Dude, you homo?
I'll try that.
No, but I'm saying, I kind of get that. But
I go imagination.
But why don't you really?
I go. I'm old school.
Oh, that is old school.
Boom, boom. Go through the Rolodex of the highlights, the top tens.
Why not?
End up with my wife. Boom. I'm guilt free.
You end with your wife?
End with my wife.
No,
you don't mean that.
Yeah.
No,
I do.
Wait, hold on.
I do.
What do you mean?
Dude, by the way,
your wife?
now we're
But
all.
I do it. I was just like you guys. But I've got guilty.
No, but I just don't understand what you mean.
And then you figure some shit out, and like I do need to jerk off.
Rob?
Hold on, Rob. What do you mean end with your wife? So you do most of the jerking off without her?
The super highlights are my wife. I connect with my wife.
Oh, you're saying you think about your wife?
Go
while you
go
jerk
through
off.
like the top 10.
I literally thought you meant end with your wife. Like you go.
No, I understand. I understand
you know what I was
saying.
He's ahead of his time. He knows exactly about this.
Well, hold on. I am ahead of my time.
Lawnmower man jerk.
I'm a little behind my time over here.
I'm not judging anybody.
Let me
put it that way. I think porn's, everybody's got to get their nut on.
I've been ending with your wife for over a year, so.
Perfect.
The Anthony Cumia Show.
This is the best of the Gavin McInnes Show.
My brother told me a funny story on the plane on the way here. Do you want to just tell it?
Yeah, sure. So, so from the Ottawa Valley, and bit of a hoser, and so we're coming into New York.
Whoa! So you're fucking loading up first before you get on the plane?
Yeah, fucking had a couple of tall cans.
Is it Ottawa to New York direct?
Oh no! We fucking saved a few dollars and went to Toronto.
Well, you drove there?
No, flew to Toronto. Flew from Toronto over to New York. It was an 8-hour flight.
Dude, it's like a 10-hour drive.
It's a 7-hour drive. It would have been much cheaper and faster to drive.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a total waste of time. And so we're shit-faced because it's
8 hours of drinking is a long time.
8 hours of drinking. It's an entire day of drinking.
Right.
And
that's like starting at fucking noon. And by 8 o'clock, you're going to be toasted.
Yeah, we were blackout. Brownout. We're brownout. Brownout by the time we get on the plane.
There'd be no story if you were blackout.
So I'm on the flight, and it's only a 45-minute flight. And so about half an hour in, I fall asleep, and I'm with my coworker, and it's largely an empty plane, and he's on the other side of the aisle, and I wake up to him slapping me in the face as hard as he can, and now he had to get up, and he's standing in the aisle. Just to get a good amount of leverage and a nice swing.
Nice.
And so I just wake up to searing pain on my cheek. And I'm so angry. I'm so fucking angry.
Now, wait a minute. That's not what Latvian Nick does, right?
No. That's so you're thinking of a game called Top Shelf,
right?
And that's where when your friends pass out, you go and you find the highest point in the room and you jump off that highest point onto
their body.
Yes, onto their body.
But you breaking their ribs with your knees, whatever.
That's great.
Okay.
But they can fake you out and they can pretend to be passed out, and then when you jump off, they move out the way.
They move off of the cinder block they were pretending to sleep on.
There's a spike there.
They get off their chair of nails.
Yeah. So I wake up to just searing pain, and Justin, my coworker, is standing in the aisle, having just slapped me in the face, and he's kind of dancing in the aisle.
Doing a slap dance.
And I'm so fucking angry, and I want to get up. Just want to lunge at him and start punching him in the face. But I realize that's a felony. Like,
That's terrorism.
Yeah.
Fighting on the plane is terrorism.
That's terrorism. So I can't do anything, so I'm just stewing in anger. And, it's only a 45-minute flight, so...
I mean, just to be clear, you said it was an 8-hour flight, but you meant going from door to door. The Toronto-New York thing is just a 45-minute jaunt.
45 minutes. We were in the airport for 3 hours.
You're an asshole.
Just to save $50.
No, to lose $150.
Sure. Yeah. And so we're landing, and he's looking out the window because he's in the aisle seat, and he's looking out the window.
Looking out the window away from you.
Away from me. And so I had about half a beer left, so I just poured the rest of the can, half a beer, onto his crotch, and he didn't notice. And so I got the whole half a can onto his crotch, and then he realized and just started yelling at me, going, "What the fuck, man? The fuck are you doing? You can't fucking pour half a beer on my crotch." And I'm going, "Well, you fucking started it." And now you've got two hosers screaming at each other.
Oh, Jesus. To be in front of you on that flight?
Yeah. Screaming at each other. We're 31 years of age. And we're going, well, you fucking started it, man.
Yeah,
you
getting
knew
into
what you're
semantics.
getting into.
I love that shit. By the way, you're right. What he did to you is probably assault. Is it assault and battery? It's a crime. You could have arrested him, and you could probably sue him and say, "I can't sleep anymore at night." So you have a case. No lawyer is going to take, "I can't look away, or someone might pour beer on my balls," and there's no crime there. What, you wet my pants? So what you did is you took something that was a short, sharp felony, and you thought, "I'm not going to do that, but I am going to draw out your discomfort for as long." The same amount as what you put me through.
Exactly. I took the pain he caused me,
a 9,
2 seconds, and I drew. It was a 4 or a 3.
I think it's 9 ones.
Yeah, it's 9 ones.
Right,
and it adds up to the same amount. The equation balances.
He should say thank you.
Yeah, and but we were screaming at each other as the plane was landing, and I'm going. Well, You fucking hit me in the face, man. And he's going, well, you escalated it. You took it to a 1500. You took it to, I was at a 500.
He sucks at math.
Yeah, he sucks at math. And we got off the flight, and we had a stern talking to. It was a TSA agent. We had
waiting for you outside the plane.
Yeah, they had called ahead, I guess, because they didn't want to deal with us on the plane, but we just had a stern talking to, and I think that wearing a blazer saved me.
Oh, right. Now, why is that?
Because I was just courteous, and I said, "Look, I'm really sorry."
Do we also think, though, this guy's a rich businessman? He might sue me? Yeah.
No.
Or I'm going to have more paperwork because he's going to dispute every detail?
No, I think like our dad says, I lie with facility.
Ah.
I'm a liar, and they believed me.
I'm glad you didn't take the hoser route and say, "Fuck
I did you a favor, eh? I thought, I realized it was going to be terrorism if I punched him out, so I thought, we're not getting the TSA involved, and I just made a nice quiet beer in his crotch that's just 2 hours. It's 9 ones.
All right, so you got to fucking weigh in here. So he says, I fucking
All right, here's the, what would you do? Oh, fun stuff.
The Anthony Cumia Show. Now we're talking uncensored. If you like what you hear, visit AnthonyCumia.com for subscription information and show details. And never miss a minute of fully archived shows available at any time in streaming HD video or audio download.